Good evening, people, and welcome to episode 9 of Podcast for Dads. You are here with us live with HinduDad. Good evening, Bob. How are you, man?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, man. How's your week been?
Busy. Work is picking up. Work is busy. Caden's teething nicely. So, yeah, it's good fun, mate.
Yeah, I'd definitely say people have started pulling their finger out this week.
I don't know, man. I think it's just that time of year now. I think everyone had that kind of, Christmas break wasn't enough. Went back a couple of weeks to like get yourself back in, and now it's just like all guns blazing.
It has taken a couple of weeks to get back into it. Even for me, man, like I feel like I just couldn't get my head into it for the first couple of weeks in January, man. Like it's now the 21st of January, and I finally feel like I'm back at work.
I don't even know where this month has gone, man. It's going too quick, man. Way too quick. Like next thing you know, we're gonna be at Easter.
I know, man. I know, and we're still probably being locked down.
Please don't. I'm not getting into that today. I'm staying away from that conversation, man.
Well, there's one conversation.
I need a trim, bro.
I was just going to say that.
I need a trim. That's the first thing in it that I'm going to get as soon as I'm allowed to go.
As a bloke, I think that every single one of us are sitting here just waiting for that barber to be back open, innit?
That is it, 100%. So my barber knows that literally as soon as he's allowed to open, I'm there because that trim is needed. That's why the hats are back. Make use of the hats, though. That's the main thing.
This is it, man. We need to commission some of our own, bro. Start getting some of that out.
Well, that's it. How's Jaden doing, though?
He's good, man. So this week's been an interesting week, bro. A very interesting week.
What's he learned? Apart from the video you sent me where he saw himself and had the bants.
Oh, dude, that was killer, man. That was literally just last night. Like, we were laying in bed, and behind our bed, we've got a mirror. So I literally lifted him up, and he was looking to the left and right, and then he looked to the middle and noticed himself, and then he was just like, hey.
Like, how you doing? All right, cool. You're a good looking lad there, all right?
Bro, trust me, man. And he's like kicking a little smile to himself, like having a little banter with himself. I was like, oh, go on then.
That's it. That's what I like to
with
see.
Your bad self. How about Caleb?
He loves his reflection. He goes towards it every single time.
Does he have little conversations with him?
He starts laughing. He used to laugh a lot more. Now he just looks at himself, smiles, and then looks at us. Like, he's like, I know, innit? He's like, I know, don't worry about it.
He's like, that's my friend, boy.
Yeah, that's it, that's me.
Oh, man. What else has he been up to this week? Has he done anything else crazy? Anything new?
Nah, he's getting a lot more confident on his feet. So it's the go-to now. Like, any chance he'll get, it'll be like, I'm standing. And on his own, he doesn't want anyone to get him up. He'll just find himself go towards the sofa and just pick himself up. And look around at you like, look what I'm doing. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm like, yeah, I can see what you're doing, but don't fall over at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not too close to catch you just right now.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get back to you and then we'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And hopefully they get to meet up soon. Oh, yeah, he started to clap, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? He started clapping?
Yeah. So he's learned to clap. So every time he gets excited, he's like clapping away. And I'm like, all right. I like this. Keep clapping. But he's learning that from the grandparents, like putting all the bhagwana bhajans on and all that in the morning and like clapping along with it. And now he just picks up himself.
Does he find that interesting then? Like,
he loves it.
Is it?
Yeah. He used to, like before he could be on movements and crawl like miles, he would sit there for 10-15 minutes on his own, literally will not look at anyone and just watch the bhajans. And now he likes to move around listening to them, so it's all good.
Yeah. Do you guys play bhajans to him? Like, does Priya play bhajans too?
My mum and dad do first thing in the morning. It's like his first thing to listen to.
He's in that routine then.
That's it. Keeping it religious and cultural from the start.
Yeah, even with my nephews, like Reshma's brother's children, like since a young age, especially like the eldest Kush, he's always been into it and he's always been fascinated by the diwa, the light, and like the flame and the music. Yeah. And literally, like from the point where he started speaking, like he was humming and like learnt the words, and you can see him mouthing along. So it is encouraging, man. The fact is, they're intrigued by it. You know what I mean?
That's it. I don't mind. I just want them to learn everything, man. Learning's the way forward. Learn as much as you can, as much as that gets you through life. That's it. Right. Shall we introduce our special guest this week?
Our esteemed guest. Let's do that. Let's bring him on the stream.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Chetan, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you guys?
Good.
So, welcome to the show, Chetan Vara.
Thank you, man.
We've finally managed to get you on. So, Bob, do you want to tell the story about how we decided to get Chet on the show?
We've been wanting to do this for a few weeks actually. Obviously, we had his wife Harika on a few weeks back, and at that show, at that kind of conversation we were having with Harika, Chatham was there, having a good laugh with us, and we said, look, as soon as we get a few more shows, we want to get you back on because I know you're Banter King out there. We'd like to have a good laugh, so we thought, well, let's get you onto this show and have a good laugh with you and see what we can. What stories we can get out of you for this week?
Out of me? I want to get stories out of you both.
Looks like we've got an interesting show then, isn't it? I mean, first off, tell us a bit more about yourself, man. Like, what do you do for a living? How many children do you have? How old are they? I know Viharika's been through it before, but let's just recap.
That's all right. Well, I just about remember one kid, but I know I've got another one somewhere. Right, so I've got a daughter, Nikita. She's 8 years old. Soon going to be 9. I've got Dylan, he's 4, soon going to be 5. And we've learnt quite a lot since the schools and everything has gone into lockdown. So we've learnt a lot about each other, about what we like, what we don't like, things that make us laugh, things that make us happy. You know?
I guess it gives you a lot more time to grow as a family as well, because you're doing things that you generally wouldn't, right? So it puts you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Normally I'd go to work and not see him, but when it was lockdown in the beginning, I was at home for a couple of days. So I got to see them doing their schoolwork, doing what they do normally, and seeing what they learn, how they go about day-to-day life, what you normally wouldn't see as a dad.
Do you feel bad for the teachers?
Oh, very bad. Well, I actually feel bad for my wife. She done most of the homeschooling back then.
Yeah.
But so no, it was nice to see like a different aspect of their lives, to be honest.
And it's the first time a lot of us would have gotten to see that. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one's really been in that situation where, okay, being there to help them with their homework and things like that is one thing, but literally being the person that, you know, gives them that homeschooling and is there to ensure that they're getting through the bulk of the workload, that's a different story, man.
No, it is a massive difference. But yeah, it was nice to see, like, my son's learnt to read and learn how to write letters and stuff like that. My daughter's doing really... It's taught me a little bit. I know how to spell my name now. But yeah, no, it's nice to see him writing stuff. Like, just seeing their progression. Because these things, as a dad, you don't see these sort of things. Because obviously you're going to work. So stuff like this, it's quite new to me. It's like my daughter done it when she used to go nursery. But right now...
Like you say, like obviously as a father, you go into work and you generally miss that. So run us through a general day for you. Like, you'd leave the house at what time? You'd get back at what time?
I'd leave the house at about 7:15, 7:30. I'll get back about 6:30, 7 o'clock. So obviously by the time I get home, it's dinner time, and then they go straight to bed. And the only time we really get
in the morning, are they awake?
Sometimes it depends. So normally I do try and get a little kiss and cuddle with both of them. Mm-hmm. So say goodbye and say see you later. So I mean, both of you guys are going to see this soon as well, as soon as you go back to work and whatnot. But
if we go back to work.
Well, yeah, it depends how lucky you are. If you want to go back to work.
Yeah, that's
I mean, we work, man. We're hard workers, bro. Like,
we just work
before the show. Yeah. Literally, this last week, like, my business partner Kev's been telling me for ages, bro, like, switch up your routine. Like, wake up early, get a couple of hours in the early morning. Yeah. And I was like, bro, I'm awake till like 4 or 5 in the morning, from the day before, let alone waking up at that time to start working from that point, And then,
the thing is, are you working from home right now?
Well, I mean, I'm a creative. I've worked from home for years. Like, the rest
but
of
as
the
in,
world
like, Bav probably didn't used to work.
Like,
No.
This is new.
So Bav was working from the office before, weren't you?
Yeah, 5 days a week.
So obviously now it's different. It's now you wake up and you're at work. Whereas before you used to travel into work.
Yeah. And so to be honest, like, there's two sides to it, right? There's one, obviously, look, you save on the travel time. You don't have to, like, get up, get ready, you know, leave the house, none of that stuff. You can kind of get up, start working straight away and, like, plan your own day. But like you said, look, you're in a position where you're going in daily, 12-hour days. Time you come back, your kids are ready for, like, food and bed. Whereas for me, I'm getting to see things with Caleb, which I didn't think I would get to see. I didn't think I would get to see him kind of do these like clapping routines straight away, or see him crawl so much and stand on his all that kind of stuff. I thought I'd miss most of it and maybe catch a glimpse of it on the weekend or something when he wants to like
entertain you for a little bit.
Entertain me for like a couple of hours on the weekend, but I get to see it every single day. Which is fortunate in that circumstance, but
no, it's a good thing. That's what I was trying to get at. Is like these sort of things, because I can't work from home.
Yeah.
So I've got to go into the workshop and stuff. So I mean, I see this.
Tell us what it is you actually do before we get into that.
So I'm a vehicle paint technician. So I paint cars for insurance companies and to get them back to manufacturer standard.
Cool.
So we do body work and accident repair and stuff like that.
And where are you based? Just for anyone listening.
We're based in Stanmore. It's a company called Streamline Accident Repair Centre.
Well, there you go, everyone. Streamline Accident Repair Centre for any bodywork issues.
Ask for Chetan directly.
He's the plug.
He's giving you the discount.
Oh God.
No, but like you say, like when you're out and about for the whole day, you would have missed all of those different things. And, the beauty of it is that you've been able to experience somewhat of this experience.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because I used to come home every now and again, and my wife would be like, oh, the kid's done this and the kid's done that. And I was like, oh, I want to see it. So at least this way I got a chance to see it.
Yeah. And then you try and get them to do it, and they're like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, it's like,
wait.
I'm not going to entertain you for nothing.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
It's like, you missed out, mate. Yeah.
I get that now, even if I'm like, missed something, and I'm like, oh, let's get him to do it again. He's like, no, I ain't doing it yet. And then you got to wait, and you got to look out for the next time he's doing it. And I'm just like, you just take it. Yeah. Ask him to do something, he won't do it. Like if I go to him, oh, Kaylin, let's clap, and I start clapping, I wait for him to clap, he's not doing it.
He's looking at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I turn around and he's doing it himself, and I'm like, so you wait for you do it on your own time, and you're all right, you're the boss, you do what you need to do. But on that topic, right, of where we are, like, would you have changed if you could? The whole point, where obviously your wife was on the whole maternity for the year after the kids were born. Would you have, if you had the opportunity, would you do, she stays at home for 6 months, then you do 6 months, or
a year?
Oh,
she was on maternity for 1 year when we had my daughter, and then when we had our son, she was on maternity for 4 years.
4 years.
But 4 years. Yeah,
that's
but
not
I'd rather that. No, mate, that's a holiday. No, but I'd rather her look after the kids than some random person, some random 16-year-old who doesn't. It's not her kids.
No, of course.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'd rather her look after the kids and tell me all their first. Look, he started standing up by himself. She started walking by herself. These were her first words. This was what he ate first. These things I'd rather live through my partner than some random 16-year-old in the nursery.
No, that's true. That's true. But would you, if you had the opportunity, would you have happily taken that position and taken that opportunity to do it yourself? Like, say your wife go back to work at some point.
Definitely.
He's asking whether you could have been the house husband.
Definitely. I think 100%, but there's a few things that I can't. So I can't cook. I can clean. I can wash up. We've got a dishwasher now, so...
What's his name?
So, Bosch. But yeah, no, so stuff like that I can do. I can do like general around the house stuff. The only thing that I was suffering with until recently was cooking. And then I found my wife's cooking book. So she's got her little ingredients written out, how to do stuff. So I've started cooking on the weekends.
Well, what's the most adventurous thing you've made then?
Meatballs.
Yes.
Meatballs curry, yeah, kofta.
Top man.
So I know. It's quite good actually. My son enjoyed them, I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
So for the last 3 weeks I've been cooking a curry for me and my boy.
Was he
every
like
Saturday.
you can make this again?
Well, yeah, he was like, yeah, when we can eat this again? I was like, well, maybe next time. Just like try different things. But with the whole working from doing stuff from home and she goes to work, I mean, it depends really, innit, how it works out, to be honest. So it depends, like financially,
That's
is
what I was
it
gonna say.
possible?
It all depends on financial commitments and what comes in and so forth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, definitely, 100%.
Do you think you could do it, Barb, is the question?
I was going to ask you, you got there first. Could I do it?
Look,
I don't know.
I think,
you know.
in short, you can do it. Would you want to? Is the question, isn't it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Like, would I? Let's not get it twisted, right? The first kind of, and I've been at home for the first 8 months, and it's not an easy job, right? You know,
Nah.
I'm quite fortunate. I don't have to get up at every single time where he wakes up through the night, right? But I think if I had to do that, I would need naps during the day. Like, I'm not built for this. Like, staying up. I'm not built for. I'm not. It's not me. I'm telling you. I'm not. Like, I literally. I think it was on the weekend. Priya was like, look, I got a really bad headache. Can you just take him down, give him breakfast, right, and bring him back up after a little while, whatever. So took him down, gave him breakfast, chilled out downstairs with him, put a bit of TV on, played downstairs with him for a bit. I brought him back upstairs, and then she put him to sleep. He went to sleep for a nap. A couple hours later, I'm taking a nap on the sofa myself because I'm not built like that. I need a nap to like recoup and get back to level. So I don't know.
What do you mean you're not built like that?
I need my sleep.
So what? Priya's built to look after the kid.
No, she can go with less sleep than me, 100%. I just need.
But
my
how
sleep.
do you know that?
How? Because I've
It's
seen
a
it for
mother's
8
intuition,
months.
though, isn't it?
No, I don't know, man. Yeah, that definitely plays a part, 100%. Like they change as soon as they have the child more, I think, than we do as guys.
They become more nurturing, I think.
Yeah, and I think
I don't know,
you know.
man. I'd argue the case that it's up to you to adapt.
Well, no, I sort of agree where Bav's coming from, but I agree where you're coming from as well. When my daughter was my firstborn, as soon as she coughed or she breathed a bit different, I was up like a rocket.
Yeah.
Right, and then my son was born, and I was like, he slept through the night since day dot. My wife tells me he was waking up this time. I was like, I didn't hear a single thing. He was such a good boy.
Yeah, so basically, you slept through the night.
Yeah, it was me sleeping.
But it's. I think, and society plays a part in this, right? Because, you know, women, of course, nowadays they say men can take half the maternity, paternity, all the rest of it, right? But
which is a good thing, I think. If you can afford it financially,
yeah,
and if you can do it, it's nice for both the parents to get a bit in.
Yeah,
you know, I missed out a
think,
hell of a lot.
But I think you know what's helped us is being at home. But you know, normal life would have been go to work, leave the house, go to work for the whole day, come back.
And they're sleeping.
Miss everything and maybe get an hour with him a day.
So really the corona's helped you out, if you don't mind me saying so.
To see my kid, yes.
Yeah, 100%.
But
saving on travel.
Yeah. And you know what, it's helped a lot of companies realise people can work from home.
Yeah.
That's all it's done. And a lot of people will keep doing it going forward. But Jay, you've obviously worked from home this whole time. Like even before all of this happened, so for you it's normal.
I've been working at home since people thought that working at home was just dossing.
yeah. That's what it used to be.
That's
right?
what I thought it was.
People say,
honestly, like you don't think it's a joke, yeah, but literally, like even my mum and dad, my missus, they'd come home and be like, "Oh, you ain't done nothing today," like da 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 da. I'm like, bro, you lot don't even realize, yeah, it's so much more difficult to work from home because you have to discipline yourself, and then being.
So you got distractions, haven't you?
Distractions. I'm my own distraction, bruv. I don't need anyone else. But yeah, like being disciplined to do the workload is one thing, and then being self-employed is another. Because if like whatever you don't pick up, there's no other donkey to pick the rest of it up. So it's always landing in your lap, innit? Yeah. So you've got to have that discipline. And like I was saying before, like in the last week, the one thing that I've been doing is waking up at like 4:35 in the morning.
To,
like get the first feed in with the little man so my missus can catch up on some rest, and then once he's finished, then by about 5:30, 5:45 I'll be at the computer. Do you know what I mean? And that means that by the time he wakes up for like his 9:30, 10 o'clock feed, I've done a whole heap of tasks which generally would have taken me 8 hours in the day, but I've done it in that short time span because there's no other distractions in life at that time. So I can afford to take an hour off to give him his morning feed again, and then chill with him getting ready, and like we can have a little nap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's little gains though, like this, is what you probably appreciate as well.
Oh, 100%.
You know, the time with your little man, I think, is priceless.
Definitely. Man.
Whether you
And
wake
the
up at
fact
half
is-
4 or half 2, it doesn't matter as long as you're getting the time in with him.
Yeah, but
Whereas
you know what,
someone like me would have missed that because I've got to go to a place of work.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's where I'm very fortunate to be in a position that I'm in. Like even tomorrow,
Yeah.
tomorrow we've got a shoot on at one of our suppliers' offices. The shoot, we'll have to get there for setup for about 8:30, 8:45. But I
Yeah.
know that if I'm up from 5, I'll have fed him in the morning. She'll still have had time to chill. I'll have to
Yeah.
be home by about 8 in the morning.
But
I
you've
know
still
that
gained
she's
another
gonna
4
have-
hours with the little man, though, innit?
Well, nah, man. Like after I feed him, we'll put him back to bed. Do you know what I mean? But it means that
Yeah.
I've got time for me to do what I
Get
need to
ready,
do in the morning, get
yeah.
ready, and prepare for the day, or get the email sorted out and comms and you know. But
Yeah.
I definitely think like one of the hardest things for me in that discipline thing was going to bed at a decent hour because, like I say,
Yeah.
I push it till like 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Yeah. 2 years ago, I was up at that time in the morning and I would be doing work or I'd be working on a project. But ever since like Reshma got pregnant, I was like, you know what? I'm going to now utilize that time to spend with her. Do you know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah.
before, she might have been lying awake in bed until like 12, 1 in the morning, but she'd be on her jacks. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
obviously, I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to make that change and be like, nah, man, let's do family time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
it's a good thing.
Yeah, man. Like now at night, I don't pick up any work. Like if once you've gone past like 5 o'clock, I'm not really doing
Yeah.
much work, bro. Do you know what I mean?
It needs to be
It's
done.
about prioritizing, I think it is.
Yeah,
You know,
for
like
sure.
setting out like what work is work, home is home. You know, prioritizing everything.
And as I say, as working from home for such a long period of time, like I've been working from home for about 5 to 8 years probably now.
Oh
Do you know
wow.
what I mean? So, you know, lockdown's nothing new. The only thing that bothers me about lockdown is that everyone else is stuck here with me.
When you
Well,
had your own
that's
space, yeah.
well, that's the thing, right? You had your space, you had your routine, you had it all set
Bro.
for you.
Yeah.
It's all out the window now.
Yeah, because where they were out during the day, I could wake up at like, you know, 9:30, 10 o'clock, get to work, have a little break, do whatever, but then I'd have to go and do the runs to pick up people from the station, like pick Mum up, pick Reshma up, or go to Tesco and do this, that and the other. Do you know what I mean? So as soon as they
Because
come
they
home,
assumed you were doing nothing at home, right? So they'll
pretty
give
much,
you
yeah.
tasks.
So as soon as they come home, they're like, oh yeah, do this, do that, and you're like, oh well, that hour that I was going to utilize to do this other task between now and dinner, it's not going to happen. So you think, I'm not going to do it after dinner. I'll wait till everyone goes bed, and then
Yeah,
she wants to
then you
watch
do it
TV
after.
show, and then before you know it, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You're like, God damn, I've still got to do that work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now I know that if I can wake myself up at 5 in the morning, get there by 5:30, then I'm already ahead of everyone else before they've even got to the office or the desk. So, yeah, man, like I'd definitely say that I'm in a happy place. And Buv, where you're gonna ask me whether I would switch and do the house husband thing and let Reshma go back to work, she mentions to me like every other day. She's like, when's Kev gonna put you on furlough and you take over and I'll just go back to work?
Is she ready to go back to work?
No way in
Yeah,
hell. The
so
girl
I-
can't get up before lunchtime, bro. She's gonna shoot me for saying that, but
Oh,
bro,
mate, I'm waiting for those comments to start dropping now. You're in
God.
trouble, mate.
listen, it's no banter if we're not brave, innit?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
nah, you got to be brave, innit?
No, but look, at the end of the day, yeah, in all seriousness, she's got well within her right to want to sleep in and have that extra rest, right? Because she's with him all day, it's draining. She doesn't have that chance to be like, look, I just need 10 minutes. Can you take him? Sometimes she does, don't get me wrong. I'll never turn him away, even if it's during the day. And she's like, I just need you to sit with him for 10 minutes. Like, bring him in, do you know what I mean? Sit him down next to me, it doesn't really matter. But the fact is, when he's with me, I know that my mind's on him and it's not on the work, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's only so much that I kind of do that. But essentially, I think, in short, I would consider it as a short-term thing. I think like what you said before, Chet, where if we did a half and half, where it was a split kind of thing, wouldn't have an issue with that. If I was on
Yeah.
furlough, I wouldn't have an issue at all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if she had to go back to work. But the fact is, at the moment, I've got a lot on my plate.
Yeah. No, fair play.
But you also have that benefit, you know, of having your parents at home with you guys, like we do, and it's like, you know, if you both need to do something, they are there for that hour, 2 hours during the day. Whereas for Chet, for you guys, you know, you guys have been on
It's
your own.
either or, yeah.
It's either
So
one of
stayed
you
up.
two, or, you know, and that kind of puts more pressure and strain on the two of you to kind of speak to each other, you know, communicate a lot more with each other and be able
No,
to.
well, we have to speak together, innit?
Oh,
We've got to speak to each other because we got married.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I know some couples that don't. But you know, you have to kind of have that understanding with each other as well. To say, all right, if one person needs to do something, they'll look after the kids. For, you know, even on weekends and stuff. I bet you both got stuff to do going on weekends.
Yeah.
No,
No, definitely.
You have to kind of take that in turns and compromise with each other to make it work, right?
Like,
Yeah, no,
to
this
be
is the
honest,
plus point.
The question that I would say to you is like, and you would have been through this where me and Pav haven't had this opportunity.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go out on a Friday night and V wanted to go
Yeah.
out on a Friday night, what would be the deal?
Well, she's got a diary. So in that diary is who's going out when. So whoever gets in there first. Right, so years ago, me and Bav went out. So we went out on a Friday night.
And that was the last time you went out together, yeah?
Yeah, that's the last time me and him went out together, yeah. For what he can remember anyways.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
So yeah, so we got that in the diary. It was like, look, boys' night out, we're doing this, right? So then normally she'd be like, right, I'm doing this, this and this on this Friday or Saturday or whatever day. And then I'll organise my life around that as well. So she's the main handler of the diary. So
Do you guys do a meal planner?
nah, she's the chef. So she'll do everything at the house. So she'll plan all our meals. She goes shopping for the week.
So she does do a meal plan, essentially. Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
Every Sunday
you
she'll be
wake
like,
up
what we eating
Monday
this day, that day.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a mental
Yeah.
plan. It's not even written down. It's all mental. Like,
No, it's all in her diary.
Yeah,
It's all in the diary, yeah.
This diary is the holy grail.
Okay.
So it's got everything written in there.
yeah.
Who's doing what the kids are doing, when it's PE, what the kids are eating. You know, it's all stuff like this. It's like,
So if
this
she
diary
disappears
is-
for the day, she leaves you the diary and you're set to go.
man, she'll tell me and I've got to write it down.
You gotta get your own diary for that.
No. I'll just write it down on a piece of paper.
No, she's
I ain't got a
smart.
diary.
She's smart. The reason why she does that is because one, you have to read it, or she has to tell you. You've got to hear it. You've written
Yeah.
it, and you've read your writing in it. So that's 3 ways
Yeah.
to make sure you got the message.
Make sure I've got it right as well.
Yeah. Nah, like I had a question. It's just gone above. Cover me.
How are you losing your questions? No, there was something else. Obviously, like I think we wanted to kind of touch upon, and it kind of goes in with what we're doing, right? And it comes down to this whole cultural thing where, and it used to be a lot more back in the day, and as time's gone on, I think it's all changed a bit. But it's the mother sacrificing her career, right?
Oh, definitely.
And stopping what they're doing, you know, to look after the kids, give up on what
Yeah.
their dream is and everything. And as time's gone on, a lot has changed now, because I know a lot of parents now are, you know, putting their kids, or they were before this happened anyway, putting their kids
Yeah.
into nursery from a younger age, so both
Yeah.
parents can carry on with their careers. What are your guys' views? You know, let's start with you, Chan, because obviously you've been through, you know, your kids are a lot older now. What are your kind of views on that whole situation where women have to?
Well, I
kind
mean,
of-
I can't speak for everyone else, but I speak for myself. Where
Yeah.
I personally feel a man feels more pressure, you know, to provide for his family. So I myself said, look, you look after the kids if you can, you know. If it depends on your personal circumstances as well, obviously. So I personally took it upon myself to work all the hours under the sun to provide for me, my family, you know, pay all the bills. So as long as I knew that they were getting a good education from my wife. So it really depends. I mean, but the pressures from society are like, the man must work. Like I've been brought up to be told, like, the man provides for his wife and his kids and puts a roof over their heads, make sure there's food on the table, clothes on their backs. You know, I don't know if it's the same for you, but
Yeah, I think we've all been conditioned that way. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like-
I think so as well. It is a condition, like you
societal
said.
Expectation.
I think it's
and
like
the way that
movies and TV shows and all that. It all kind of has always revolved around that whole, you know, stick. Like, what's the word for it?
It might sound
Expectation.
sexist, but it's like a personal thing as well. It's a personal ego for a man.
It's an
You know, it's like
expectation, isn't it?
caveman instinct to I'm the breadwinner. I should do this and I should do that.
Yeah.
So your missus has just left a note and saying that women always feel the pressure of being amazing at everything.
Which they are, I think. You know what? It's not think that they should be. They are quite amazing at everything. You know, they provide things. They like deal with everything as well. So
They were always put into situations where they may not necessarily know where they're going or what they're doing, but they've got to find their feet, right?
Yeah.
Which brings me on to a question directed for you, bro. With your kids, what's the highest pressure situation that you've experienced, and how did you handle that?
the highest pressure, gods. I don't think I've had anything like that yet.
You can't think of one situation where you thought, I might be a little bit out of my depth here, but I've got to swim.
Nah, not yet, because they're still little though, aren't they? My daughter's 8 and my son's 4, so there's nothing that's in their minds to
Bro.
try and question anything.
I'd have been like, bro, this guy literally filled his nappy, it was falling out the sides, and I didn't
Oh no,
know.
we've had that loads of times. No, that's normal.
No, but
That's
what
a
I'm
normal
saying,
thing.
That's second nature now.
Mate,
but
we've
there must
had
be
it where the
something that sticks out to
nappy's overfilled and it's crawling out of his top.
Yeah.
You know, it's stuff like that. It's like
Don't worry,
it depends how you handle it.
times.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. There's more to come, mate. Yeah,
I know,
especially
it
when they're
gets worse
teething
once
as
they get
well.
bigger.
Yeah, definitely.
Teething and on solid foods as well. So
Oh god,
it's
yeah.
a great
That's a different
combination.
ballgame, mate. Yeah.
Combination is amazing.
Okay, so let me rephrase that question then. What's
Yeah.
the highest pressure situation that you face within the first year of the child being born where you thought, I might be out of my depth?
I think when the kids start speaking, to be honest, and they start copying everything you say.
Is that because you swear a lot?
Sometimes, yeah.
Look,
So obviously
it's nothing
that's-
to be
that's-
ashamed of. As we've
No,
all
no,
grown
obviously
older,
not, I mean,
we've
yeah.
all become that person that swears blind.
Yeah.
Like my missus, every other word is the S word. Do you know what I mean? And you think, bro, you got to calm that down because he's going to pick that up quick.
Very
Yeah.
quickly.
Well, I mean,
That-
like, one time I was driving with my daughter in the car, and we were at some traffic lights, and they turned reds. And my daughter turned around and said, she goes, "For F's sake." I was like, oh, God. I was like, I looked to the back seat, and I was like, you're only 1 year old. Where did you learn that from? And I thought, oh, God, who's driving? It was me, innit?
Quality.
So, yeah,
Like,
so no, it's...
Have you got anything like that that you've kind of found yourself in a situation where you needed Priya's help?
But pretty much every day at the moment when I try and change his nappy, to be honest. I'm not even joking. Literally, we had to. They took us tag team like 2 hours ago when we changed his nappy, right? And he was going everywhere, and he'd just done a poo,
Oh, wow.
right? And he would.
And this
not
guy
stay
rolls
still.
over now as well.
Yeah, rolls over, starts crawling around. You're trying to clean him up here, and you're like, mate, can you not see what you've done here? Can you not smell it yourself? Like,
Was it like target practice?
no, he just kept moving around. Like, he wouldn't let us clean him. He just moved around. He's just like, let me go here or let me. And I'm like, no, you can't. Just stay still. Like, it's so hard to keep him still for like 2 minutes to change him at any time. It's the hardest thing at the moment. But and even his clothes, putting his clothes on for him, like his top. Like if you've got to put a t-shirt on him or a jumper on him, that's perfect. He puts his arms up now and he says, put it in. I know where my arms go. So take it out, right? Fine, no problem. Putting his trackies on, that's it. You put him on it and he's rolled around halfway, and I'm like, no, I can't do it while you're just running away from me. Can you come back? But that's I think that's a really hard thing at the moment. As silly as it sounds.
Okay, so
I think-
your missus asking when this nappy changing contest is.
When you have a third one, and we can use another baby.
A third one?
And
Wow,
we can use
another
another baby.
Wow, someone's a bit eager. Priya, are you hearing this, yeah?
For you guys, yeah? That's the third one for you, yeah?
For us, now, mate, we're done. We're finished. You were talking about the most challenging situation. Right, so when Nikit was born, so 2012, my cousin got married. So this was our first outing with a brand newborn. She was, I think, 2 to 3 weeks old, max. And this is the first time that she's put on a Punjabi dress. I put on a suit, nice clean white shirt. And it was time to change my daughter's nappy before we left for the wedding.
Yep.
So I thought, okay, cool, it's a normal wee nappy. My daughter's decided to shoot this stream of poo straight at my nice clean shirt. I know, exactly. So I think that was the most hardest thing that I've had to do.
How was it? What was your reaction to that?
OF. OF. Literally covered in poo from my top, literally dripping down onto the floor. And yeah, so we had to change. She had to iron another shirt straight away, clean the carpet, and get to the wedding on time, because obviously you can't be late for your cousin's wedding, can you?
I was just gonna say, were you late?
No, we were on time actually, because my family's got a habit of coming in late sometimes. So some aspects of the family, shall I say, some of them turn up at lunchtime or when the food's being served.
That's the best time to arrive, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. So we made it in time, and that was, I think, my most horrific experience with the kids, I think.
Well, my next question was, what's something that you were really stressed about, and it turned out to be no big deal, but I pretty much think you've just answered
it. Was that, mate, it was that.
Oh boy. Bob.
Jay, you went to answer my last question that I gave to
Go on.
Chetan.
Go on then.
The one I gave to Chetan, right? You have to answer your one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to run the question by
Oh,
me.
you forgot already. No, just
Yeah.
your view on the whole kind of sacrificing the career, the whole aspect of it all, you know. And then that obviously, in that sense, that means your kid is going to be going into nursery full time, right?
Yeah.
5 days a week with a stranger as well, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, how do you, obviously, look, your wife might want to be in that position, and everyone's situation is different, but say there's a scenario where the wife wants to go back to work. What's your views on having that kid then go full time to nursery? Or do you give up what you're doing to accommodate?
I mean, in fairness, I think
We've done this.
I think me and my missus are in a fortunate position whereby we both earn a threshold where we can afford to put our baby into childcare.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does make things a little bit tighter, but the fact is, I know that Reshma enjoys her job. She's got a good, secure job, and you know, if it wasn't for her job, there's some of the things that I've done over the past few years which have allowed me to invest in myself and our own business that I wouldn't have been able to do. So the fact is, she's been fair enough to me to give me those opportunities to go and excel and, you know, create those things for our future. I'd have to respect her same wishes back. Do you know what I mean? And you know, we've discussed it. Like, we've looked at different nurseries. We've trying to get Jaden's name onto a local nursery. So the plan is, you know, even in the instance where she first goes back to work, that even if we have to put him in for 3 days and then I look after him for 2 days or something like that,
Yeah.
like, we've discussed those options and I'm more than willing to look at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, if we're going out on site to shoot, I'm in a fortunate position where we can cost it up in a job, so we can afford to send someone else if I'm not able to go. And there's projects that I can work from home, and obviously at that point he'll be a little bit older, be a little bit more coherent, not as much as I'd like him to be, but I suppose that's all the fun of being a parent.
You'd probably be a lot harder then when you'd be like talking and walking. It's that stage.
I imagine so, but then the beauty of it is, like, my mum works from home.
Yeah.
Like, when she was going into an office, she was still working from home 2 days a week. At the moment, my dad's working from home, and the question of whether him going back into the office has been raised already. So it's like, I really don't know what that situation could be, but the fact is, I wouldn't want to stop Reshma from returning back to her job, because one, she enjoys it, she needs to get that taste of, like, you know, normalness back into her life.
Yeah.
And I'm for it, man. Like, I'd be more worried for her to be kept in the house and stuck up with Jaden, or just, you know, being the house mum. I think that would drive her crazy. Like, she's one of them people that needs some space. She needs to get her own time, and she needs to be able to think for herself, or, like, you know, go out and do her own. And I want to encourage that.
Fair. No. That's
Fair play. No, I totally agree with what you said. Definitely, 100%.
No, that's it really.
We've experienced both parts.
Huh?
So from here, you lot look like you're sweating now.
No sweat here, mate. I've gone past it now. It's all done. So we've done both parts. So obviously, when we had my daughter, we were younger. So my wife put my daughter in a full-time nursery.
Yep.
And she was focusing on her career, so she was being a low cost draftsman, and she was studying, and then my daughter was going to nursery full-time, so either me or her will pick her up, take her home. But then it started getting stressful after a little while. But then she started growing up, and then she was like getting used to nursery, someone else looking after her here, there and everywhere. And my in-laws helped out a hell of a lot as well, so it was praise to them. But with my son, my wife was working full-time, and then she literally just packed her job in and said, look, it's not worth sending him to nursery, because the amount of money that it would spend to pay for the nursery, right, she's better off staying at home and teaching him. Because with my daughter, my wife missed out on all the firsts, walking, like crawling, stuff like this. It was someone else that was like seeing all these firsts and just writing it down in day-to-day diary.
Yeah, it's not the same.
So it's quite emotional, I think, as well. Not just for the mum, for the dad as well. Because if I can't be there, I'd rather my wife tell me about it, rather than someone writing it down on a piece of paper and telling me, oh, this is what your child done for the first time in their life.
Yeah. No, I fully get that. But I mean, like, there's one thing that I've always thought as well, and I think it's more my own belief. It's not even my own belief. I think plenty of people would agree. And I've seen it with my nephews. The fact is, when they go to nursery, they're egged on by other kids of the same age, and they pick up and develop things a lot quicker. And I think that's something that I want Jaden to experience, whether it's for a couple of months or a year or so, and then he does something else like a childminder or whatnot. It's a different story. But I do want him to get that interaction at an early age, so that he can start developing skills that he would generally not pick up at home.
Yeah, it's the social interaction side of it that I think is the key. You know, we were talking about nurseries last week, and we're looking at some. You know, I don't know, like, we still haven't kind of got to the decision of, you know, obviously, look, I think initially Priya will have to go back to work anyway and find out what the position is, whether they'll say, oh, you could do part-time, full-time, whatever. Till she has that conversation, she won't know, right? But backup option, mum and dad are at home, so obviously there is care there anyway on a day-to-day basis. But I would want him, even as soon as he possibly can, you know, 10, 11 months in, to be going to nursery, even if it's just one day a week, just to see other children, just to have that interaction. Just to be able to know what that's all it is.
Yeah.
And now is probably more than ever, because actually he hasn't been able to socialise with anyone, even adults, nor children, no one really, in the last 8 months. So actually he needs it more than, and I think this generation need it more than any.
Especially for the social well-being as well.
Yeah.
Because as soon as all this lockdown, corona, all this rubbish is lifted, you know, the next time they see a big group of people, it should be one day. One day. But I mean, as soon as it's all over, it's like they'll be like pooing themselves, no?
Yeah.
As in, like, as soon as they see like 20, 30 people, they'll be like, oh my God, what's going on? It's something that they're not used to. Rather than the house of 4 people and video calls, you know, this is in their face. Like, all these people with different personalities coming up to them.
That's the point.
So I think it's something.
We've got 4 different people for our children to see on a day-to-day basis. There are people out there who will just have mum and dad, or mum or dad on a day-to-day basis, and they're not seeing anyone. Yeah. Like, that's even more kind of daunting for them to be in a room full of like even 5 people, and it's like, whoa, where did these people come from?
Definitely.
And you know, and it will. And even for older kids, I think we touched upon this either last week or the week. I think last week we touched upon it. Even the older kids, the social skills that they will have, you know, even if you look at Nikita's age, Dylan's age, you know, they're at that time where if they're not going to school for long enough, and they understand a lot more of what's going on, right? It's going to be difficult for them to not know where, you know, what do I do with my friends when I see them? Do I go up to them?
What do we talk about?
Do I shake their hand? Do I talk to them? How do I keep my distance from them?
Not even that though, like, think about it as yourself. Right now, when you go out and about on a daily basis, like, well, not on a daily basis, but you know.
Where are you going to go?
Where are you going?
Right, where are you going? Where do you go, Jaden?
Put it into context,
I'll go and meet all my mates in Tesco.
You go... I'm not even going down this rabbit hole. So when you go to work every day, there's certain things that you do in your daily path, or there might be a customer come to collect a car. Is there not a thought that goes through your mind where you're like, don't come near me?
I know, that's the thing. We got 2 meters apart everywhere. Masks must be worn, visors, goggles, everything, gloves. You know, you're standing there with your Dettol spray thinking that these people are diseased. You know, as soon as they give you a key, you drop the key on the floor and start spraying the hell out of it.
But how is that going to impact you over the next few years?
Well, I look like a weirdo doing it, to be honest. But it's got to be done, innit? It's either that or you catch something. You don't know what someone's got, because some people don't even know they've got it.
That's my point.
So,
though, like right now,
do I take this risk and take it home?
this is it. It's like my missus, she went to a physio appointment the other day.
Yeah.
And we were driving there, and she turned to me. She was like, "I'm really nervous. I've got butterflies in my stomach, like, and all I'm doing is going to a physio appointment. Like, it's been that long since we've had any interaction with like someone in that field or that type of like service.
Yeah.
That it made her feel anxious.
It's bad though, isn't it? Just to go and meet another person.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like if we know each other, yeah, if we met up and like as friends or whatever, like we went and met at the pub or what, not the pub, but you know what I mean.
Well, when you proposing this pub meeting.
Yeah, ask Boris. Uncle Rishi's got the answers.
Bojo Baba.
But nah, like even your friends, when you go and meet your friends, once this lockdown restrictions have been eased and things like that, you're
That's going to be
twice.
weird. Yeah, definitely.
You're not shaking hands. I'm not shaking hands with no one. I'm
That's what
literally
I'm saying, bro.
I'm
It's like,
elbowing at the moment.
Namaste.
Just
Oh,
cuddles,
namaste,
isn't it?
namaste. Just Krishna.
Just
What
cuddles,
is-
that's it.
You'd hug someone. You're bloody brave.
Nah, no, I wouldn't. Do you know what? I couldn't even think about it. You know, just in case.
But you got.
But whereas
we're talking
before-
about the kids being that way, yeah. But the fact is, we're all going to be conditioned like that.
We're all going to be confused. To be honest, like before, I would have met Bav, or if he introduced me to you like face to face, I would have given you a little hug, say hello, how you doing, shake your hands.
That's what I mean. Like you would have spied the hand, like boom.
Yeah. Now I'll be like from a distance.
No,
I'll
it's
nod my
like
head at you,
long-
2 meters.
Now I couldn't think of
Long
anything
distance.
worse.
2 meters. I'll be like, yep, how you doing, mate?
Hey.
You alright? Yeah, cool.
I come there with a broom handle, is that touch my stick?
Yeah, but that's what it's gonna become. I can see it now. Like people are. I forget. Like let's not get it wrong, right? We have seen when lockdowns have been lifted, even if for a couple of days, some people go crazy, right? And they are mixing very closely. But I can't see like the majority of people in this country going around and just starting shaking hands all of a sudden. I can't see it happening.
But this unsociable aspect has been coming for years, though. You got to realise this as well. How many times have you gone to a restaurant or you gone somewhere? I remember one time me and my wife went out in, I think, 2013, 2012, before my daughter was born. I think before we got married, actually. We went to Mayfair, we went to a restaurant. And we sat down, and opposite there was a group of 4 girls, and they were on BBM. This was when BBM was big. And they were literally just pinging each other, messages. Right, not talking to each other. And I thought, how's this even real? You know, why don't you just stay at home and eat dinner and just ping each other? You know, stuff like this. And I think, yeah, true.
I know. I think
It depends.
the antisocial element of it, and you see it in your own homes. You know, kids on the iPads, kids on the phone. You know,
Yeah.
and you see. You and your wife will be sitting right next to each other, but you'll both be looking at your phone. You'll be in the same group chat, and you'll both be speaking in that group chat, but you're right next to each other at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
and
It's
you
happened
wouldn't say a
many
single
times.
word to each
We're
other.
all
Yeah.
guilty of it.
No one can deny it, right? Because we've all done it.
Yeah.
We've all done it probably with each other, having that conversation with our wives right next to us, right? You do it all the
Yeah.
time. But now it's even worse than that, because at least when, especially guys, when they meet up, right, it's a straight up shaking. Like you shake someone's hand straight away the first time you meet them, right?
Yeah.
And the line of work we're in, where we meet clients, is quite a professional environment. So you're actually meeting someone. You're not
You
shaking their
used to
hand.
judge people off their handshake. Do you know what
No,
I mean?
but-
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Now
How
if
well
you're
is the
gonna-
handshake? Yeah.
Yeah. Now what are you doing? Like what? You can't shake.
Yeah.
You know. And
Elbow.
And it's weird. Like what do you do?
Airbow. Did you just say airbow?
Elbow.
Elbow through the air. Elbow. Yeah, we're gonna
Do
make.
you guys
that.
watch The Chase or some? Is it The Chase or something? And you got Bradley Walsh every day going like,
Oh, he's funny. The one beat the chasers.
yeah.
Yeah. That. He's a hilarious guy.
Mate.
But yeah, honestly, it's gonna be. I can't. I would love to see, and I'll look back on this episode, right, in 6 months' time or a year's time when it all opens, and we'll look back and we'll have in predictions here, right, of what we think things are gonna be like, and we'll look back at this and be like, hold up, like we were pretty much bang on, or we were totally wrong, and everyone goes back to hugging each other and like shaking each other's hands.
It depends on this vaccine, don't it?
Are we going down that road?
You might as well. It's day to day, innit? It's real life. What are you gonna do?
We've got 10 minutes
You
left.
gonna
We ain't got
ignore
long
it?
enough for this story.
You gonna get the vaccine?
I'm not. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, I was gonna say no comment. You know what? Like I've spoken to a lot of people, as we all probably have, and I've seen a lot saying that the vaccine is coming very soon, and everyone will have it.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
We're available to everyone, whoever wants to take, or whatever else.
Well, you have to have it. You're going to have it no matter what. If you want to go abroad, you're going to have to show that you've had the vaccine.
Yeah, but
they're giving a card. My wife's 92-year-old grandmother had the vaccine a couple of Saturdays ago, the same day as the Queen, and she got a little card saying, "I've had the vaccine."
Like a Blue Peter badge for the vaccine.
Basically, yeah, like a little ID. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So when it comes to us, if you want to go on holiday, you're going to have say that I've got the Blue Peter badge and I can go. So in a way, it's a forcefully way of saying you must have the vaccine. Is it not right?
It's going to come to that.
Yeah, it is come to that because
it is there.
If you want to travel, you want to go somewhere, you want to sit on the bus, you want to go on a train, you're going to have to show this ID card saying that you've had the sufficient jabs to do this. But then again, they haven't had enough time to check it out to say, yeah, it's going to work for the rest of your life, or do you need boosters? Is it like the TB injection, or is it? What is it like?
What I've heard, it's going to be very similar to the flu jab, which is going to be like an annual kind of
thing.
Jab for. And I think it will be more for people who take the flu jab now.
Then again, when was the last time you had the flu jab?
No, that's what I mean. It will be more for people who actually take the flu jab on a regular basis.
So these these are going to be the only people that are allowed to travel. They're the only people that are allowed to jump on a plane and go somewhere else.
I think they will get everyone to try and get this vaccine. They want the herd immunity. They want people to take this vaccine. They're saying this for the betterment of everyone.
One of the things
but the herd immunity doesn't work last
week. One thing that I've seen stick out in the last week is that there's a bit of a highlight on the fact that it could cause infertility.
Well, yeah, who's it made by? It's made by Pfizer. What did Pfizer make?
What did they make?
Mate, they made the blue
pills
bath. Oh, there you go. You know the ones that you got loads in your back pocket? Them pills.
Okay, shots fired already, yeah? Right at the end of the show as well. Just getting those cheeky ones in there, are we?
Just getting them in.
Lads, just remember, you're both a bit older than me, yeah? So it will come to you first. Just remember that, right?
But I ain't the one with them in my wallet, mate. I've seen them blue Smarties, yeah?
Do you want to open your wallet up? But yeah, look, there's too many conspiracy theories behind it. There's too many people.
There's loads. I mean, what do you believe? What do you believe? They're just saying what everyone wants to hear. Like, we can get back to normality if we can take all these jabs and stuff. But what's going to happen? They've done the tried and tested stuff. They've pumped money into this, but they just haven't had this one thing, and it's time. Time and tests.
My opinion is try it. Let everyone, they've already given it to people. Let them try it out. Let's see how they get on for a little while, and then we'll know if
they grow tails, then we ain't gonna get it.
But that's
would you rather have the Pfizer one, or would you rather have the AstraZeneca one?
I'd rather have none. To be honest,
I was gonna say there's.
But given the choice of only those two, what would you rather go for?
But why are there two different vaccines? Are they not the same?
No, there's more. There's more coming out.
There's more, yeah.
But why?
There's more coming out. But then do they battle these new variants? Is another thing. You got the Brazilian one, you got the English one, and you got South African one. Do they fight against them as well, or there we go? So do we need to get jabbed another couple of times?
My point is, if it's the same virus all around the world, why are we getting different forms of this vaccine?
It's
what do they
different
do?
mutations, isn't it? Different mutations. The Brazilian one's shaved.
Oh, that was a good one, actually.
The English one's sitting there with chips. And the South Africans one's just being South African, really. So, but yeah, so because there's so many different mutations, and we knew this from March last year. You know, as soon as they started researching into it, right? They said the first thing they said it mutates from person to person. Right, as soon as it come out of Wuhan, all these people with bats on their chopsticks and stuff, right? It came out, and they said it mutates from person to person, right? This is what happens. It's very easy to catch, and now the new ones are even easier to catch. So obviously, it's getting mutated along the line. That's why obviously we can't take flights in from Brazil, South America, Portugal stopped the same thing, Cape Verde, everywhere. So obviously something's going on where it's mutating quick enough.
There's nowhere really to go at the moment, is there?
Even that stopped as of Monday. Monday just gone. Monday just gone. You can't even go to Dubai.
Good.
Good.
It's been coming.
If I can't go anywhere,
yeah, I was going to say,
else?
man. Yeah, you know, and I really wanted to go. So,
don't get me wrong. It's not like we can't afford it. Yeah, we've all been stuck at home for the past 12 bloody months. Yeah?
Oh God, yeah.
Like
money.
The
saved.
fact is, the people that haven't gone because they're respecting the flipping rules that we're like.
Definitely. No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I'll be honest. I think this is the longest in the last. I'd probably say 10, maybe more years that I've not been on holiday.
Well, this
is the longest in the last year.
Life that we've spent at home.
No, but I'm struggling.
My wife and I were talking the other day, and not last year, but the year before that, she went on 5 holidays.
Yeah.
5 bloody holidays. 5 holidays in the whole year.
Wow, you're a generous husband, you know.
Oh, well, you got to do what you got to do, innit?
Yeah,
get her out the house.
Get her out the house and look after the kids.
Get her out the house. A bit of me time. Watch my Discovery Channel. But no,
as long as she fills out the diary, it's all right, innit?
Exactly. I know what I'm watching.
That's it.
Quality.
But no, seriously, no. Not last year, the year before, she went on 5 holidays. We'd done 4 as a family. She went on 1 extra one. But I mean, it's stuff like this that we're missing out. And the kids are like, when we're going to go away, when we're going to go play in the sands.
And especially because they've become accustomed to it as well, you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we done a staycation this year. We went to Broadstairs. We went to another part in Kent, Dime Church.
Yep.
But it's not the same. The weather's not the same. You know, just getting that bit of heat on you. Yeah, definitely.
And it probably costs you the same as it would jumping on a flight and getting accommodation in somewhere in Europe.
It's just the drive down there, to be honest. It's just a bit long-winded.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, right? In that time, you could probably jump on a flight, be in a warm country.
You'd be in Spain straight away.
Spend similar amount of money, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, why would you not take the weather over what you're getting here? And don't get me wrong, there's so many places here that we can see, but 9 times out of 10, you'd rather just jump on a flight and get somewhere.
Have you not done your garden up in the past 12 months?
Huh?
Oh, mate, my garden is spectacular. We painted the fences.
Perfect.
Do you know what? Before, every time we planted something, it died. And now she's learned to look after them. So even today, like, she trimmed down all the flowers, deadheaded them. I didn't even know what deadheading was. You know, deadheaded them, fed them, watered them, changed them about.
So.
I know. So it's like all of this, and it's like I'm talking David Attenborough. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good to learn, though. It is nice, you know, learning to look after your garden and stuff like that. And to be honest, from March till I think late August, September, the weather was excellent.
Yeah,
absolutely terrific.
Perfect.
I mean, I've not seen the weather like that in a long time.
But we weren't allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah,
I didn't mind. I had a garden.
Most of the UK had a brilliant garden by then, innit?
Yeah, that's it.
And B&Q was bombing it, though, innit? B&Q was making bucks.
They're loving life. They still are.
Yeah, definitely.
Essential shops.
Okay, so we're in the last couple of minutes, yeah?
Oh, God.
We've got 5 questions for you.
Go. Speed fire rounds.
Cool. What
One
would
word
be
answers.
The worst? Nah, not even. What would be the worst thing to have a phobia of?
People.
Why?
Well, you don't want to be scared of people because you live with people, don't you?
Alright, fair play. I mean, I think that's a bit more current because we are bloody scared of people at the moment.
Well, yeah, no, that is, yeah, but yeah.
What are the 2 things you'll never spend money on?
Oh, God. Is this for me or for Bav?
No,
You.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Food and drink, I think.
You not
so you
spend
don't
money
do the
on.
weekly shopping.
Well, yeah, it depends. If you're going out to a restaurant, you're going to pay what, £6 a pint, but you can get it. You can get a whole case for £11, right? Food. It's true though, isn't it?
That's the
Food.
Indian in you.
Oh, definitely. That's the Gujarati in me, mate. Right, food. Right, I've realised that my wife makes better food than restaurants do. So I'd rather buy a little bit of food and she'll cook it and I eat and enjoy it. So yeah, food and drink. I wouldn't spend money on.
Okay. Are you drinking enough water?
Loads.
What's the best bad decision you've made?
Oh God.
That's a good one. I like that question.
I told you I had some blinders, mate.
It's one of them where you turn around and say get married, but then you probably get beaten up for that later.
I like the way you answered that as well.
If he sends us a picture of a black eye tomorrow, you know who won, innit?
Yeah,
But you ain't
that's
gonna see it, oh yeah.
All right, let's get a little bit easier. What was your favourite cartoon when you were growing up?
When I was growing up, I'd say Simpsons, but if you ask me now, it'd be Family Guy.
Yeah, I'm a Family Guy fan.
Family Guy. That's it.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
Family Guy, American Dads. Can't go wrong.
ITV
And
too.
Simpsons from younger, yeah?
Yeah. When I was younger, it was Simpsons.
Were you never a Jetsons or Flintstones kind of guy?
I used to watch Jetsons, but then again, I'd probably say Thundercats before that.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Were you around
Do you
for
remember
Captain
Thundercats, Bath?
No.
Captain Planet, I used to like everyone with the little gay rings.
I think you guys are a bit too old for me out here, innit? That's why.
Yeah, we're talking to the millennial
baby,
here, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm a bit younger than you lot, mate. I'm more into the Flintstones, mate. That's about,
Flintstones. You don't remember the Jetsons?
Yeah, Jetsons. Yeah, I to be fair, it was Flintstones was better than Jetsons, right? I don't
About
know,
like
that's
bananas and pajamas and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. They were like that's when you were
What about
younger days.
Super Ted,
Oh, I used to love Super Ted.
the best program, bro.
Yeah.
Dexter's.
Do they still show Blue Peter?
I don't know if they
I
still
don't think
show
so.
it.
I think the last time I saw it was like
I
years
think
ago
it's
when they
just-
still had the little badges, isn't it?
I was just gonna say, I think it's just our generation that say, "What do you want, a Blue Peter badge?"
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Fair play.
And what's your perfect burger?
My perfect burger. Ooh, nice lamb burger. Do like
Yeah.
a bit of lamb. What about yourself?
I'm gonna have to go with Five Guys, man.
Five Guys? Which burger? Chicken, lamb, beef?
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
I like the little bacon burger with a little barbecue sauce with a bit of grilled onions,
Oh,
and slice of
nice.
cheese.
Right, do they still do Deliveroo?
Yeah,
But it don't taste the same because it's going to be cold by the time it gets to your ass, though, isn't it?
above
It's one of them
80%
things
the
you're just
time
gonna have
that
to
I'm
wait.
having is always off Deliveroo anyway.
I was gonna say
No,
you lot
fair
are
play.
making me like want to go and get some food right now as well. What is this
Oh,
conversation
God.
going on to the food? I might have to go and get myself a dessert.
A little takeaway.
Priya said, "Say it out loud, Jane.
What?
Say it loud and proud."
I
I
enjoy
don't
Five
know.
Guys.
That's what I think she was aiming towards.
Yes, I enjoy Five Guys.
Nando's or Five Guys?
Nando's.
Ooh, that's a good question, man.
I'll say Nando's.
Don't get me wrong, it depends on what day of the week it is, yeah? But if it's a burger, it's got to be Five Guys. If I want that chicken fix, then Nando's all day long.
Yeah, but it's two different restaurants, though, isn't it?
All right. If you're talking about burgers, right? KFC or Five Guys?
Five Guys.
Five Guys.
Yeah, straight. Like, don't get me wrong, KFC is one of my biggest weaknesses, yeah?
It is, but it's not all that nice, though. If you have Nando's and KFC, which one are you going to choose?
Depends if I want to be healthy or not healthy.
Yeah, but I like those fried, like, mini fillets, man. Like, I'm a fan of, like, boneless chicken, do you know what I mean?
Have like 8 minutes.
Oh, no. It's got to be on the bone, man.
Nah, that's
Oh,
the
what's
Indian
wrong
in
with you? That's the flavour, man.
Nah, that's the Indian in you.
It probably is, but it's the flavour as well, isn't it? All the flavour's there.
Nah, bruv,
You-
from a young age, I've always been that kind of kid that was like, if I'm going to have my food, I don't want to work for it. So if I've got to take it off the bone, or if it's like prawns and I've got to take it out of the shell, I'm not interested. Do you know what I mean? So
Fair play. Each to their own. I know Bav don't like it on the bone.
Nah, boneless chicken. Definitely
man.
better.
So what? So are you saying then KFC then, Barv, over Nando's?
It depends. If I'm healthy, then Nando's. If I'm feeling unhealthy, then KFC.
Which one tastes better?
Nando's.
No, there you go.
Like,
So it's gonna be Nando's.
if I need like just normal day-to-day satisfaction, I would go Nando's, because we used to do Nando's at uni, like literally at least 3-4 times a week. Yeah, correct.
I know your generation,
So
bro.
yeah, that's the problem, innit? It was back then when those stamps were available, innit? So cheap meals in Nando's.
Yeah, but they got that thing on the card now, innit? Where you go there with your membership cards.
You have to actually get those done, though.
Okay,
The stamps are sold on eBay.
Have you guys actually been to Nando's now since like COVID?
No.
Since the first lockdown, we've been, yeah.
So have you been?
I think we went
and...
just before the actual lockdown happened again. The second one, we went.
Yeah,
it was
so
our last one.
Have you seen the QR system and like you scan the QR to QR?
Yeah,
and all of that?
yeah.
What did you think of that whole experience?
It was cool. We used to do it at home. I'm joking.
No, like
No, I think it's a good idea, to be honest. You go there, scan the code, and you sit in your car. Once the table's ready, you leave your car and you're back in the warm.
that's it. And then you know you've got at least one table's distance between you and the next guy, innit?
Yeah.
There you go.
I heard about
Most
this.
places. I thought it was great, man. Like even my
I thought it was
missus at first,
wicked.
She was like, I don't.
And
I
even
don't like this.
before you used to have to go up and get your soft drinks and stuff, all your sauces and stuff. You just put your hand up. Like someone's coming to you for your drinks, your sauces, your
great.
cutlery. You want to make a complaint, you'd have to go up to the counter.
Oh, so you don't have to do any of it? They do it for you?
You don't do nothing.
they do
You get
everything,
served.
bro.
It's a restaurant now.
Yeah,
Right,
man.
right,
You
yeah.
finally get that level of service.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, it's about time as well, isn't it?
You're
Like-
paying the money for it. You might as well get
Halfway
treated.
through your meal, right, and you just want to get up and you need to get like a drink or something. Like,
No,
have
you
to
put your
get
hand up.
yourself. That's perfect.
Put your hand up.
That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect.
So, Chet, when we were first
Yep.
talking, you were like, "What are we gonna talk about? How are we gonna run for an hour?" Have you
Yeah.
looked at how long we've been talking for, bro?
Oh crap! Yeah, well, look, 1 hour 7 minutes. Wow, time just flies when you're having fun, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you smashed it, bro.
Me, it was you two.
Yeah.
No. Thank you for joining us, and we'll definitely be having you back soon.
Mate, as soon as this COVID's done, we're going out for a beer.
Yeah, man.
We can do
That's
this
for
in
sure.
real life. It might even be longer. It might be 2 hours 14 minutes. You never know.
Bro, when COVID's finished with, and we can have you like come and film with us,
Yeah,
sit around the table, have a couple of drinks, and the conversation.
a bit of food, some Nando's, some KFC, some Five Guys, whatever you want.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna get like home cooked food for us.
I could do that, but then I don't
It's
know.
not the same, man. It's not the same.
It's
as
not the
being at
same.
home.
He just said it's better than like going out and getting like food.
It is
outside,
better than
right?
going out, but
So I thought
but
you
it's
were
just
gonna
better to
treat
get
us.
out of the
Being
house,
locked
isn't it?
up for the past year, yeah. The first thing he's gonna want to do is get out and get
Is
some
go
food
out.
and
You want to
then-
get out of the house.
That's it. No, bring it in. Bring the tiffin with you, right? Takeaway box.
Do you know what?
You
I'll
have
get the
that
wife's food.
tiffin
You've had the
bar.
wife's food.
I'm gonna take the takeaway.
Yeah, no, definitely. As soon as it's
Before
over,
we
man.
go though, the one
Yep.
thing that I want to ask you, bro, is if you've got one piece of advice for a new father, what would it be?
Take your time. Don't expect nothing. You're always learning. It is what I would say, to be honest.
Advice.
Don't be so hard on yourself, innit?
Every day is going to be different. You know, you learn a new thing every day. The baby learns a new thing every day, and just take it as it comes and just enjoy it. I'd say, you know, experience everything you can. Don't miss out.
And order from Jake's
so-
Kitchen.
And order from Jape's Kitchen. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Right, I think we are gonna call it, lads.
No worries, man. It was good speaking to you both.
Thank you.
Listen, thank you, man.
Take care. Be safe.
Thank you.
We'll
again
see you
for
guys soon.
giving us the time,
Hopefully see you soon.
Definitely.
All right, and Bav, signing out.
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, guys, thank you again.
Take
This is
care.
Jay, HinduDad. Peace.